Hi my loves, welcome to my very first voiceover video. So today I'm going to be going over my everyday makeup, so stay tuned. So before we start doing anything to the skin, we want to make sure we prep and prime. I'm taking my facial spray there and prepping my skin. You also want to make sure that your facial spray is dry before putting anything, just so your products won't move around. Next, I am taking my Spackle Primer by Laura Geller, and you want to make sure to apply your primer all over your skin so it's nice and hydrated, you don't have any dry patches. Next, I am taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit shade in Warm Coral, and I'm going ahead and color correcting. You can do this based upon what your skin problematic areas might be. I tend to get a lot of darkness around under my eyes, and my blemishes tend to darken a lot. So I'm going ahead and color correcting. I'm taking the green, which helps correct red areas. So that's going to help with my blemishes that are current and active. But like I said, it's everything depending on what you're doing, how your skin is, and yeah. Next, I'm just taking a little mini flat brush to go ahead and blend everything out so it's not so harsh when I put my foundation over. Next, I'm taking my damp blender from Real Techniques just to make sure I'm blending everything out and it doesn't peek through my foundation. Next, I'm taking my Cover FX Natural Finish Oil Free Foundation in the shade G60, and then I'm taking a Tarte brush, a flat top kabuki brush, to blend everything out. A tip I always like to give is that applying less is better because you can always build up your coverage. Next, I'm taking the Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in the shade 209, and then I'm going ahead and applying this on top of the Cover FX one, just because I do like to mix and match foundations to match my shade. Next, I'm taking my damp blender from Real Techniques once again to blend all the foundation out. Next, I'm taking my Naked Skin by Urban Decay in the shade Warm, and then applying it under my eye bags in a triangle shape, and going ahead and using it as an eyeshadow base as well, and then blending it with the blender. I'm going ahead and taking that concealer and putting it on the sides of my mouth, my chin, my forehead, and the bridge of my nose. And then we just blending and blending, girl. You want to make sure everything is nice and right. You ain't got no harsh lines anywhere, okay? Girl, believe me when I tell you this next step is a game changer. I'm taking the Vitamin E oil from Trader Joe's, and I'm going ahead and dipping it into my contour shade that I'm going to take, and that shade is Cinnamon from the ABH palette. And then I'm just taking a regular flat tip brush. This is a 1-in-1 from MAC, and I'm going ahead and dipping it and mixing it with the oil to make it creamy, and then going ahead and applying it onto my cheekbones, my forehead, the sides of my nose, because girl, we gotta snatch that nose, okay? Now I'm just using that same flat tip brush to go ahead and blend everything out. Just keep blending, blend it to the gods, baby girl. I'm taking the Real Techniques sculpting brush and just making sure to blend everything out. And you want to make sure when you're doing this to push the color up. Don't push it down, because then it's going to make the appearance of your cheekbones being, down instead of above. I know y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's hard to explain it. Just watch and see, okay? Next, I'm just taking that concealer and making sure to clean up that nose contour just so it doesn't look a little too overboard or a little bit too much, We gotta make it look natural and real or whatever. Next, I'm taking my Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Honey Beige just to set all that foundation and concealer, because we want to make sure it's not moving out throughout the day. Next, I'm just taking my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula with a fluffy brush. I'm gonna go ahead and set my contour just to make sure it doesn't move throughout the day and just everything stays in place. Next, I'm just taking the NARS brush there, and I'm going ahead and setting my contour so it doesn't move on my nose. Anywho, after we're done jamming out to that Kehlani song, I'm gonna take this angled brush from MAC and then go ahead and take a darker contour shade to just go ahead and make sure that those cheeks popping, baby girl. You gotta make sure they just standing out for everybody to see. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm a little under the weather. That explains my deliriousness. But yeah, you want to make sure you blend everything out. And then I'm taking that Real Techniques blush brush with that Milani Luminoso in 05, baby girl. That blush is so popping. And then I'm just, you know, blessing my cheekbones with that. Now I'm going ahead and taking my ColourPop highlighter in the shade Lunch Money, and then I'm going ahead and applying that cream as a base for my highlighter just so we can make it pop, girl. So I'm applying that on my cheekbones. I usually put it in the bridge of my nose, above my eyebrow, you know, everywhere, baby girl. Next, I'm just taking a brush to get a more precise application on my nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. I didn't want to write a song, 'cause I didn't want anyone thinking I still care. Next, I'm taking my Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals, and I'm going ahead and highlighting the bridge of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and my cheekbones as well after the jamming session. I'm taking that damp sponge and just blending that highlighter in just to make it look skin-like, and now I'm taking the shade Medium Mocha and I'm applying it on my eyelid to add some color. I'm then taking the Deep Mocha just to add a little bit more of definition. On days like this, I like to do something more natural, even though it's a little bit too much for somebody, but for me it is natural. I'm taking that Cocoa Glow shade from the Cocoa Contour Palette and then just adding it to my eyelid, into my brow bones, just to make it look a little bit more put together. And I'm taking those two shades on my lower lash line. I'm going ahead and curling my lashes to prep them for mascara, and I'm applying a primer from Butter London and just setting them before I put my mascara on top. And then I'm going ahead and putting my lip products. I'm starting with my lip liner. It's from NYX called Espresso. Now I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills mini lip gloss in the shade Toffee and applying that to the lips, and then I'm going to be taking the shade Dainty by ABH as well to lighten my lips. And then go ahead and put whatever choice of mascara you like. I chose to leave it out in this clip, but now I am setting my skin with the NYX matte primer, and you are all set. This concludes the end of my everyday makeup tutorial video. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to give a thumbs up and let me know if you guys enjoyed this voiceover that I just did. Also, please don't forget to rate, subscribe, and like once again, and follow my social medias. Thank you guys so much for watching.